2, 3. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same? Oh yeah, if I saw you in heaven. I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Would you hold my hand if I saw you in heaven? Would you help me stand? Oh yeah, if I saw you in heaven. I'll find my way through night and day, 'cause I know I just can't stay here in heaven. Yeah. Time can bring you down, time can bend your knees, and time can break your heart. Have you begging, please? Begging, please, oh no, no. Oh, beyond the door, there's peace, I'm sure, and I know there'll be no more tears in heaven. Would you know my name if I saw you in heaven? Would it be the same? Oh yeah, if I saw you in heaven. I must be strong and carry on, 'cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. 'Cause I know I don't belong here in heaven. Tears in heaven.
Lots of offers came in, and I've had this incredible journey shooting all of the icons that I have looked up to. I was lucky enough to shoot Lewis and interview him for GQ Man of the Year. I was lucky enough to have a shoot with Angelina Jolie where, when she arrived, everyone's like, "Oh, do you think we can go on the roof?" I'm like, "Shall I ask her?" And I asked her, and she's like, "Of course." On a grey day, as only Angie can do, she climbs on the roof, and the clouds part, and this golden glow to shine upon her. Very happy, and I'm sure Valentino was pretty happy too. All whilst this is happening, I then get a phone call in my kitchen from a headhunter saying, "We're looking for the new chairman of Europe's largest cultural institution." And I laughed. I actually laughed at him because I'm not Lord and Lady so-and-so. I dropped out of uni. I have shitty A levels. And generally, I'm like, "Why are you calling me?" Get off the phone. And my wife, once again, goes, "You've always loved that place, and it's a physical embodiment of everything you fight for." So I was like, "Fine, let's go." And 170 people later, I'm somehow chosen a great, great honor. My lens is there for truth. And as many of you in this room know, I'm very old friends with the Duchess Meghan, and I'm just honored for them to ask me to capture so many of the most important moments of their lives. And my lens is really, really observational, and what you see is who they are. But regardless of how famous whoever I photograph, when communities are hurting, I run toward them. So when Chris Kaba was killed by a Met police officer, I went to see the family and capture their unfiltered pain. And because I don't work for Reuters or Getty, many of these communities know that if I shoot them, there's no misrepresentation. I do right by their pain and their need for justice. And during all this, I've been volunteering for years with Save the Children, and they came to me to ask if I can be an ambassador. And with my childhood, with having 2 daughters, I believe children are as close to the celestial as we will ever get to. And I refuse to look away from children being harmed, whether they are being taken hostage, whether they are being bombed. We cannot have a society where we have to whisper or be silent about our most precious being harmed. And also for the fashion industry, that includes you. You cannot have collective amnesia and apathy when things that are abhorrent happens, like Balenciaga. We have to be better than that. The humans that I shot in Somaliland are people who are suffering because of climate change, something most of us are more responsible for than anyone in Somaliland. And I came back with amazing stories, thinking, oh my God, this is going to be all over the news, and it was tumbleweeds. I couldn't get anyone to talk about the biggest hunger crisis that's happened in a generation, the potential of losing 1.6 million children under the age of 5 that is utterly preventable. Again, we have to do better. And then the women of Iran were failed once again. And I'm showing you these images because the great thing about the still image is it doesn't shout at you. You can decode it in your own voice. Outside the US Embassy, I saw this lady, and I will forever have to live with the sound that came out of her mouth. The solidarity of humanity is what we do when we know we cannot look away. And coming up to the current news cycle with a tragedy in the Middle East, I marched with 50 charities, including those I represent, Save the Children, and then Oxfam, Christian Aid, many others, to 10 Downing Street to demand a ceasefire so we can get hostages out and so we can protect children from being hurt furthermore. What I would say to you now is please remember that we must have empathy and intentionality in how we move in our lives, both privately and professionally. The next stage of my journey is film. And I was very lucky to have the opportunity to partner with Netflix. And I made something that is really there to accompany you all in the mental health crisis I believe we're all going through. I am not okay right now. And I know that that is okay. And this film is a short film that will help you find a way to build yourself back up brick by brick. I will finish with 2 quotes. The first one is by C.S. Lewis. I sat with my anger until she told me her real name was grief. I'll say that again. I sat with my anger until she told me her real name was grief. And the final quote is by the peerless Rumi. Raise your words, not your voice, for it is rain that grows. Raise your words, not your voice. It is rain that grows flowers, not thunder. Before you post anything, before you say anything, reread this. I read this every morning, and it just reminds me just to steady our sails. And if we steady our sails, I think there's a fighting chance that we may be able to look toward the horizon together. Thank you.
I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. I will be strong, I will be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. And the stars are shining brightly in the velvet sky. I make a wish, send it to heaven, and make you wanna cry. The tears of joy for all the pleasure and the certainty that we're surrounded by the comfort and protection of the highest power. In lonely hours, the tears devour you. I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. Oh, can't you see it, baby? You don't have to close your eyes, it's standing right before you. All that you need will surely come. I'll be your dream, I'll be your wish, I'll be your fantasy. I'll be your hope, I'll be your love, be everything that you need. I love you more with every breath, truly, madly, deeply do. Oh, I wanna stand with you on a mountain. I wanna bathe with you in the sea. I wanna live like this forever, until the sky falls down on me. Falls down on me.
So, how did I get to be this great observer of content and become an artist? It was just sharing images. And one of the images I shared all the time was this image of Coretta Scott King. This image was taken by Moneda Sleet Jr., the first black man to win a Pulitzer for photography. This image almost didn't happen because, unbelievably, no black media was invited to photograph the funeral of Dr. Martin Luther King. When Coretta Scott realized, she said, no one's coming into this church if Manita Sleet is not allowed. And thank the heavens that he was, because it was his lens that captured the grace and somehow, on an unimaginable day, the strength of Coretta Scott King on the funeral of her husband, with her baby girl, Bernice, in her lap. It was this image that taught me that photography can be way more than wedding pics and birthday snaps. It was this image that let me know that at its best, photography can let us know the work that we need to do.